I hate to be that guy, but what do we do about the show?
Really, leader? Is now really the time for
Got it.
Wait, what? Are you kidding? Half the time it takes you the full 2 weeks just to put out one review. How did you manage that?
Hello, I'm the Reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today, as a Patreon request, we'll be taking a look at Diamanda Hagan's review of Condorman.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not.
That's reassuring.
Greetings, gentle viewers. Tonight we're going to watch something that we've all been waiting for. A James Bond superhero parody crossover made for kids.
Well, it's about time!
Condorman! You'll believe that a man can fly! And then tumble out of the air like an embarrassed stone.
Well, it is a parody, so why not? Ah, great. Who gave her the regular coffee? It's supposed to be decaf, people! Decaf! See, this is why we recommend a gym membership.
Minions! I demand that song my MP3 player!
Okay, but that might take them a while.
Okay.
And a 5-minute break!
Scusi?
Michael Crawford plays Wood. Apart from being a commentary on his acting, his friend Harry is a CIA agent, and like all good CIA agents, he takes photographs of his friend breaking the law by leaping off the Eiffel Tower and attempting to fly.
Photographic evidence.
And he's landed in the River Seine, making him literally insane!
You know, Diamanda's starting to come off as a female Joker by way of Rumpelstiltskin.
Laugh, damn you!
With a hint of stand-up comedian.
Turns out that Wood is not just a random crazy with a yellow jumpsuit bird fetish death wish, but actually is a comic book writer who insists on making sure that everything that appears in his work can be done for real. Just imagine if Stan Lee did that.
Our technology would be 50 years more advanced, but we'd be too busy hiding from supervillains to enjoy it.
Okay, so Condorman's first assignment is to help the French government. And you come here to Paris to stay with me to get the feel of things.
You invade your friend's life in Paris. You jeopardize his career by getting him involved in illegal activities. You worry him by almost killing yourself, and then you put your pictures all over his apartment. Wood, you, sir, are an asshole!
No, only if the agent has a problem with it.
And crazy.
Well, that I can't argue.
Remember how I saved your life this morning? Well, I got a big favor to ask.
Yes, choose the insane, selfish asshole who likes to dress up as a bird.
Logical.
So Harry gives Wood the info and takes his hat and shades, carefully not taking the coat that makes him look like a flasher.
It's sad to me that no man can wear a coat like that without looking like a sexual predator.
Because there's nothing interesting at all in Turkey except belly dancers, that's what we get to see to set the scene in Istanbul.
Well, if you can think of anything better, we're open to suggestions.
Wood quickly attracts the ire of a local, but he quickly loses interest in assaulting him when he almost lands in the lap of a woman. Like music soothes the savage beast, does a beautiful woman soothe the savage Turk? Or is it just a case of really bad editing?
What not?
My Hagan sense is tingling. I sense forced zaniness approaching like a giant zany thing.
That sense isn't really good for coming up with analogies, is it? It's just a movie, Diamanda. It can't hurt you.
And then he drank the drink, and then he spat fire! He spat fire? And then she said that he drank the drink and breathed fire! He breathed fire. And then she said that she said
Well, this could conceivably go on forever.
It breathed fire? What does Hagan say about this now?
She said that you don't get the fuck off me! You're your candles and my turning a Christmas tree decorations!
Sorry, wrong time of the year.
Step aside.
For some reason, a gang of Soviet agents attack Wood. Perhaps they have an evil asshole detector.
He's not an asshole, he's an idiot. While there is a fine line between the two, there is a difference.
Natalia returns home, and it's quite like that bit in True Lies where Jamie Lee Curtis does the striptease, but without the striptease, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Jamie Lee Curtis. In fact, it's a lot not like that bit in True Lies.
So much so that I wonder why you brought it up.
My laser lady.
Wood, you invade your friend's life, you take over his apartment, you almost get him in trouble with the local law, you almost fuck up his career by telling the Soviets that you're a secret agent, you steal his bed, and now you're trying to wake him up so you can show him your hand-drawn porn! Fuck you, sir!
You're really putting a lot of stock into the idea that Wood is an intentional asshole and not just an oblivious idiot.
The CIA boss, Harry, and Wood look over some of Wood's comic books because Wood insists that if he's going to meet Natalia, then he simply has to have a load of toys dreamed up for his comic book in order to do it. You've got your country by the balls, Wood. Don't let them to suck your cock and call it licorice while you're at it.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
So now we have the...
I was involved in Condorman! What? I was involved in Condorman. I was understudy to the
assistant,
backup
waiter, underneath the table.
I don't know whether or not I want context for this character.
Condorman? Who else? I knew you would come.
And amazingly, Natalia doesn't look embarrassed by this.
She's the female lead in an 80s live-action Disney film. What reason would she have to be embarrassed?
Condorman does not carry a gun.
Condorman is a moron.
What have I been saying the whole time? Huh. I guess we were wrong. A film can physically hurt you. Go figure.
So they escape in a gypsy caravan.
The sure sign of someone giving up on the movie.
It's so romantic. Hey Wood, are you gonna tell her all about your refusal to help her unless you got your shiny new toys?
Why are you in the corner like that?
Who is this guy? He has a cool name, a cool deformity, and leads a cool named group. This guy should be a Bond villain.
Wasn't this movie supposed to parody Bond movies?
I'm even more convinced that we're in Port Marion.
Wait!
I don't know what that's from, but that is awesomely silly.
Oh, they run for it. Man, these Smroknovich guys must be hardcore.
No, someone just saw a mouse.
Hi, everybody. We're going to be filming our newest movie, Condorman. That's not a good sign.
First possibility is they managed to put Broknoviak teams in every town, city, village, and homestead in Eastern Europe.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to listen, I really am, but this fuzzy footage is giving me a headache.
Yeah!
Very good, minions, although next time try to kidnap an actual professor.
Why is this woman an internet reviewer? Wouldn't she have more fun dominating small countries or something?
Luckily, Wood's souped-up gypsy van has a secret. It's actually a souped-up mega car, a la Kit from Knight Rider. If Kit from Knight Rider was a drag queen.
Putting a new meaning to the term, drag race.
So for a mild-mannered psycho comic book writer, Wood is extremely blasé about killing people. The evidence is really beginning to stack up, Wood. You probably wear baby seal skin on the weekend, don't you?
Said the woman who probably kicks puppies for a laugh.
Suddenly Morovich, the leader of the Broknoviak, has left, and even though he's right behind him and the street doesn't allow him any chance to miss, Wood refuses to use the lasers, flame bursts, or the other Russian killing devices.
They each only have one shot.
Morovich begs for another chance to kill Wood, and through his Soviet psychic powers, he tells him where to go and find him and Natalia. It's Italy! I'm gonna kill you, Italy, for Rat's Night of Terror.
Kill him for what now?
Our heroes, and why are the Italians speaking English at a wedding in Italy?
Because subtitles are expensive.
Marovich, you see them? Da.
Oh, come on, you're 5 feet away. That is unnecessary walkie-talkie footage. I've seen Oliver Reed. The man can yell.
But walkie-talkies are cool! Is this just a joke about the moment, or a commentary on how Wood is obviously not dead?
Wood and Harry are ordered back to Paris. Wood decides to emotionally blackmail Harry into jeopardizing his career by telling the CIA that he never saw Wood, thereby buying Wood enough time to attempt to rescue Natalia. Or more importantly, use the rest of the CIA-funded goodies!
Oh, come on, you know you want to see what else he's got.
Now, it's got very little to do with the actual story, but in his Arab disguise, Wood manages to win 5 million francs in a casino. How? Never explained.
I think they think it's funnier if you don't know.
Wood rescues Natalia when Harry causes a distraction by setting off an explosion in the villa. Because if there's one thing that Arabs are never searched for, it's explosives!
I'm not touching that one.
So Wood and Natalia run up to the rooftop where Wood reveals that underneath his robes he's wearing a souped-up version of his original Condorman outfit. And he plans to fly them both to safety. I think it worked out when no one ever found Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, but it does give me a great image for how he was finally killed.
In yet another display of his assholiness, Wood has not ordered goggles for Natalia to wear while they fly through the air.
Well, to be fair, he's the one who's driving. I don't know.
Oliver Reed arrives 10 hours without a drink, and he thinks he's having hallucinations when he sees Natalia on the roof with a bird man.
Bird person.
The war in which we fought is far from over.
Condorman, you'll believe they spent £2.50 making it look like a man can fly.
No less convincing than the original Superman films.
You're giving your shit, even though the enemy are on your tail and about to catch up. Wood, your pain is not as important as everyone else not fucking dying. Minions! I demand to have 2 minions here right now. One called Neil. Are you called Neil?
No, mistress.
Are you called Neil?
Yes, mistress.
Sit down. Neil. Kneel before Hagan!
You know, I can't help but feel that your insistence on Wood destroying people's lives, making him a bad person, is a bit hypocritical.
Marovich and Oliver Reed bravely join the fight once the rest of Team Nightboat have been destroyed. But Marovich falls for the old raise the boat out of the water using a clearly visible and clearly destroyable helicopter right in front of a mountain trick.
Otherwise known as over-elaborate bullfighting.
And if you look carefully, you can see something strange. Yes, they go to widescreen for the final shot. So that's about it for Series 1.
Well, series of unfortunate events got away with it, and I've seen anime with fewer.
I hope you enjoy Series 2, where I hope to give you more obscurity, more explosions, and more lesbians. We have reached the end of the series.
It was a good series, mistress.
Yes, of course, although shooting the lighting engineer might be in order.
You can't solve all your problems by shooting them.
Well, I am the nice one.
And Diamanda has force powers, I guess.
Are you gonna kill me too, mistress?
No.
Oh.
I am, however, going to have to turn you into a vibrator still in its original packaging.
Pardon? That raises a lot of questions. And only 30% of which I actually want answered.
See you in a few months.
Ew! This review was interesting, to say the least. Criticisms and jokes about the movie were good when I could hear them. Yeah, I have no idea if it was because of a crappy camera or Diamanda wasn't good at enunciating, but it took me a few tries to understand what she was saying half the time. Sometimes even that wouldn't help. But I digress. If you enjoy really dark humor in your review show, then this is a good one to check out. I'm the review reviewer. You review it, I review you.
I am the legend, bitch, and I call all who feed on danger. Taste of the